Money Morgan. We are into it now. We are in the school year. Fall break is upon us. So with fall comes basketball and football. So I want to welcome my guest, Dawson Carper.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, what's up, Dawson? I said your last name right,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it's like something I shouldn't mess up.
It's pretty easy.
It's not that complicated, but I would mess it up. So Dawson actually plays basketball at Missouri State. So can you just kind of talk about your position and how you got to Springfield?
All right, yeah. So my position's like a forward or center, I guess. 4 or 5, you know the numbers, I guess, by that. But how I got to Springfield is pretty interesting. So I went to high school in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and then I first went to University of Hawaii for 2 years, and then I ended up transferring here in 2020. Yeah, 2020, during COVID, basically. So I came out here. It's actually my 3rd year here, but my first year I didn't play. I was transferred. I was ineligible, and I got hurt too. But yeah, I like the coaches a lot. I actually like it better here than in Hawaii, which sounded sort of weird, I guess.
Yeah, we were talking about that beforehand, and I'm sitting here like, were you so sad to leave? But you were there during COVID, I guess, right? Or no?
So, like, it was weird. So we had our, like, conference tournament. It was in LA. So we flew out there, and it was, like, March 10th through 13th or something like that. And, like, the day of our game in LA, they canceled all the basketball for, like, the whole country. So then we had spring break right after that. So, like, just going for spring break. So I went back to Colorado, and then, all the quarantine stuff started happening. Schools were closed. So I never actually went back to Hawaii for, like, a year and a half.
So did you just, like, stuff chilling there?
Yeah, my actual, like, old roommates sent my stuff back to Colorado for me. But, yeah, I never went back. It was weird. Like, I didn't know I was not going to go back either. Like, it just happened. All my friends, I never even, like, seen them again, most of them, so.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, that's a little sad part. Even my teammates, too. Like, I had some international teammates, and, like, I was like, I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks, And then I still never seen them again.
Shoot,
Weird,
so all that COVID stuff, you're back in Colorado, and then how'd you find MSU? Like, how did that happen?
So, like, the recruiting thing, like, you put your name in it's called a portal, I guess, where all these college coaches can see your name and stuff, that you're no longer at the university you were with before. Like, compliance has to release you and stuff like that. But then they can see all the, the names that pop up of who's released, and, like, there's, like, they film it almost every player they can watch and stuff. So they start, like, texting me and stuff from different colleges and, like, stuff like that. I just, like, connected with Coach Ford, the head coach here, and I knew one of the other players on the team at the time from Colorado that played here. So I talked to him, and it was weird because normally you take, like, visits and stuff to the school before you go there,
Right, for sure.
But because it was COVID, like, that was all, like, not allowed and stuff, so I had to just do it all off, like, Zoom visits and stuff like that. So it was weird.
Like walking around with a FaceTime all around campus.
Right.
In
Here's
the gym.
the campus. Like, here's the gym.
This is the basketball hoop. Like.
Yeah. And then, they're like, here's the locker room, and I was like, I should, like, look at my phone and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like poor connection. Like.
Yeah. It was like, it wasn't. Yeah. So it was a lot different, like, recruiting process than I had when I was like in high school, I guess, because I actually took a visit to Hawaii.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. But no visits in COVID and stuff, so it was weird. But I just trusted the people I talked to and stuff like that. Came here and. I liked it a lot so far and everything. I still like it a lot better as a college, college town and stuff than being in Honolulu, Hawaii, which is more of just like a tourist city. There was like 1 million people in the city. It was like smaller than Springfield with 1 million,
oh, really?
people. Yeah.
Wow, that's
it was tiny.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it was a big difference. But yeah, I like my decision though. So
yeah, that's awesome. So if you're watching the podcast, you can see that Dawson is like 6'10". And my apartment is literally so small. This is a weird question, but, like, do you like being tall? Like, does anyone ever ask you that? Is the air better up there? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions every day. I think I've always been pretty tall my whole life since I was younger and stuff too. When I was younger, like, there was times like in, I guess, middle school, high school, I didn't like it as much. There was, I didn't like all the questions. I was more not antisocial, but I was more shy, I guess. I wasn't as outgoing. Till I got to college, I started being more, able to talk to people, deal with the questions and stuff better, like being used to it. So, like, once I got to college, I started liking it a lot better than I was. Probably since I was 16, I started liking it a lot better. When I was like 14, 15, I felt like it was awkward or whatever, or like I didn't like standing out or like having all the attention on me.
Yeah.
But now I'm used to it, and college helped a lot with my social skills, and I like being tall now.
Yeah, and I feel like Springfield. This is just me, but I feel like the average height is like 5'8" for men here. I don't know how you feel.
I don't know. You should have seen Hawaii. Hawaii's
really.
Hawaii's like shorter than that. Yeah.
Oh, yikes. Write that down.
Because I think it's like 68%, Asian or like Island Pacificer.
Yeah.
Over there. So it's like, there's only like, the average, height's a lot smaller for men and women there. So I stood out a little more there, but
so you I guess it kind of fits better now.
Yeah, it's a little better now here. I don't stand out as much. I'm not like, because a lot of times I was, in university school, like I think they have like one of the most diverse like student bodies in the country.
In Hawaii?
Yeah. So I stood out a lot more for that too, which is weird, like being a minority or like the minority type and like a USA state.
Yeah.
Which is a lot different than pretty much every other state in the country.
Yeah.
So that was a cool experience too. Don't really feel like it was the U.S. a lot of times, like with their lifestyle and culture and just how like the daily lives were and stuff. Didn't really feel like, any other state I've ever been to. I've been to a lot of states, so it was a cool experience for that. And I'm happy I went there, learned a lot of things. But I like it better here, so. Yeah,
so let's kind of transition a little bit into basketball.
Yeah.
So, obviously you play on the D1 level.
Mm-hmm.
That, playing in front of so many people can be intimidating. So what are some of the challenges you just face playing, as a full-time athlete in college?
Social media has sort of made it harder, in a way. Because, there's a lot of there's haters out there whenever there's something bad happens to the team or something how you do yourself. Like I've received hate comments on Instagram, DMs before. I'm like, people are going out their way to DM me about some game on, here
It's like random people or like people you used to have in math class or something?
Random people are just just be watching the game on, we put on ESPN, national television and stuff, and they'll just be watching it. And, if we lose or they're like, oh, we bet on you and you lost. I'm like, they'll be all mad and stuff at me. But I just ignore that stuff now.
Are you allowed to be savage about it? Like if I get any hate comment, I'm an Aries. I don't really care. I'm like, block. I do not care. But I don't know, if you're allowed to do that as a part of a team and stuff like that.
They tell us we're not to respond to a lot of the stuff. They don't want us to take a screenshot of it, and start posting that we're talking trash to fans.
Right. Yeah.
They can twist it in a way, but you look at our Twitter, replies to the post game score, and if it's a bad game, people be just hating and they're like, this guy does this and that, or this team does this and that. But yeah, so people are very critical, but we got a lot of support from the fans. So, but yeah, I don't really mind it. I'm used to it now. I guess my first time when I was a freshman coming out of high school with all the fans and playing in away games and stuff, where it's sold out crowds, it was a little I was a little nervous and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I remember I played at Illinois my sophomore year, and they were really good then. They're top 15 in the country, and they had their student section fully decked out, and they had a scouting report on all of us, our background and all that. And they were saying some crazy things to some of our players. They sat right behind our bench, they're right here, and we're if we come out the game or whatever. They'd just be, saying whatever, maybe in their social media and stuff,
oh gosh,
bring up people's girlfriends and stuff, their sisters, so you have to ignore that. That wasn't really like that in high school as much.
See, my high school was savage. They were calling out the teachers that would get arrested at other schools. I was like, yikes.
I remember, high school. It was more I like the high school rivalries, but the college stuff, they're just on another level,
yeah.
They start getting some of the student bodies some alcohol and stuff in the games, and they turn it up. So,
wow.
But it's a cool experience. But yeah, I was for sure had to get just block it out. It sort of helps my daily life too. Block out negative things helps with that.
So how do you mentally prepare for a game, whether or not you're gonna get hate comments? Just being, at this point, are you just used to being in front of all those people? Yeah,
how I prepare for a game. I guess I just take the same way every time. No matter who we play or where we're playing at. Really, once the game starts, you sort of just zone out all the crowd and stuff like that. When doing warm-ups and stuff like that, you see all the crowd, or you see all the how many fans are hearing that. But once the game starts and you're playing, you don't really notice all the background noise and people saying stuff as much. Sort of just trying it out. So I got pretty good at that, I guess, and just focus on what I can control. Really, I can't really control what the outside people do that aren't on the court. So there's no really reason to worry about that while I'm playing.
So what about when you guys lose a game? How is there something that you kind of okay, mentally, this is how I prepare for it, or this is or especially, with all that crowd, you just turn the phone off, are there any things you do after, especially if it's like a game where you're neck and neck the whole time and then at the very end you guys lose or something, or it's a really bad game. I don't know. I mean,
you said, what was the question again? What I do afterwards?
Yeah, if it's a game that was kind of a tough loss or something.
Yeah. Pretty much after every game, we have our, post-game talk with our coach and stuff, talks us, how we played and this and that, or if we won or lost. If it's a loss, sort of talk about the things we could have worked on. If it's a bad loss, you might get yelled at, but after that, really, I sort of, we're in the locker room, we always get our phones in. Normally, the first thing I do is I text my family and stuff like that, or they text me about the game, or my friends. So I respond to them first, and then maybe later on I'll look at the social media. But yeah, so I sort of try to stay away from it. I guess right afterwards. You can't really control what people say on there. So,
right.
Yeah.
But for you as an athlete, is there anything you do to not take that too personal or hard on yourself?
I don't know. At first, I took it personal more at first when I was younger, but I don't know. I see a bunch of the athletes at the professional level too. I see some of their how they handle the situations. They get a lot more hate than we do on it, obviously, playing national games all the time. But I see how they respond on Twitter and stuff or Instagram, and I sort of put myself in their shoes. They're getting way more hate, and they're still doing their same thing. So. Personally, afterwards, I really don't. I don't think I've ever responded to a hate comment on Twitter or Instagram. I sort of just let it go. So I might just laugh it off, they care that much that they go out their way, to say something bad. So
yeah.
But yeah, I don't really, have let it dwell on me or something like that. So.
That's good. So time management wise, how does that look? Being a full-time athlete and school, friends, relationships, alone time. How does that look for you?
So right now it's better because I actually graduated my bachelor's in, what was it, May?
Okay, yeah.
So but that.
Wait, what'd you get your degree in?
I got into political science and economics, and right now I'm in sports management for my master's.
So what's the dream job?
Probably not related to political science. I don't really know a dream job. I guess probably just playing basketball as long as I can.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like politics. I guess it's really interesting. It's it's really right now, time stuff. You can follow, especially with all the drama in politics these days. But I don't think I'd ever want to be a politician. It's just I don't want all that much hate.
Yeah, right.
No matter what you do, people hate you as a politician. Half the country hates 100%. You. So I try to stay away from that, I guess. But dream job probably just playing basketball as long as I can, and then I don't know, see where I go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but time wise, last semester was bad because I was trying to graduate in the spring, which I did, but I had 7 classes and 4 in person, and it was a lot because we were traveling. I missed so much class the first January, February, half of March, and I had 4 in person classes, 3 online. And they're all
those in person ones. Is a lot of attendance part of the grade?
Yeah, it was. Because they were they're my higher level classes. Yeah. I had to take 600, 500 level classes, so they're pretty strict on all that stuff. So my schedule, I had class in the morning and afternoon every day, Monday through Friday, last semester, and I had 2 night classes once a week. They were 3 hours, and it was
gross.
Yeah. So my schedule sucked last semester, but I had to get I was trying to get my bachelor's on time. That sucked then, but now it's a little easier because I have 3 online.
Are you in your master's right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I tried 3 online. That's just sort of easier than my bachelor's were. But
easier than your master's, right?
Yeah. Probably it's all online and really, and it's really a lot of discussion posed, a lot of just quizzes and tests, but nothing too crazy. But right now it's called 20 hours a week. So that's how much hours the coach still had to schedule stuff for us a week. So we have Monday through Saturday really. Practice every day. Right now we practice from. So today we have practice from 10:25 to 2.
Okay, but 10:25. Why not 10:30?
I don't know.
That bothers me.
Yeah, I don't know why I said 10:25. Honestly,
that's so weird.
Yeah, from then normally it's on a better time than that, but it was weird. I don't know. From then to 2 p.m. and then we had a lift after
10:30 to 2 p.m.
Yeah. Then we had a lift after that today.
I could never.
Yeah. So right now my classes are online, so it's nice. But a lot of the younger guys, they have class in the morning before practice, and then some have it afterwards too in the afternoon. So we practice like right in the middle, I guess, of all the class times. But yeah, 10:30 to like 2ish, I guess, and then we have weights after 3 days a week right now. So it's like.
So is your body just like literally like noodles after you have practiced for so long, and then you have to go lift?
Yeah, like right now we're in like the peak of like the highest practice time of the year because it's right before season. Mm-hmm. So right now it's pretty intense and stuff, and I mean I'm used to it more than some of the other guys because I'm older than they are. I guess I've been through it, but some of the guys are struggling with with their how tired they are and stuff. But yeah, so we finished like around 2:33. They bring us lunch. So right now it's pretty nice. They give us breakfast, lunch, dinner. Every day we have stuff on, so 6 days a week. So I don't have any groceries in my house right now. Like nothing.
Really?
Yeah, nothing. I try not to buy anything. I mean, I try to eat the food that's that's.
Do you
that's
like to
free.
cook though? Like if you had groceries, are you not really or no?
I could cook some basic stuff, I guess.
Okay. He's like ramen, chicken ramen. Okay.
No, yeah, not more than that. But yeah, but 6 days a week. We get probably about 3-hour practice every day right now. 3 days a week lift. And then once season starts, it gets a little better. Like practice gets shorter because of games and stuff like that. But so it's a lot better then. It's like an hour and 45-minute practice, hour 30.
So when you get done with your full practice, are you just exhausted? Like you want to take a nap, but then you have homework. Yeah. Like how does that work?
So right now my schedule's nice because I got 3 online classes, so I don't have to go to class like some of the guys do. Some of them just go right to class after.
Oh my gosh!
Like they'll go to class in the morning, practice, and then go to class after. Like I used to do that basically the last couple of years.
And then how do you do homework after?
So my homework's not bad right now, but yeah, last semester was pretty hard. I mean, political science mostly just essays and writing and stuff like that. So I mean, I had a bunch of essays I had to do. But when I was like freshman, sophomore, I used to have a bunch of like busy homework, because I was in a lot of business and accounting classes too. And that sucked. Like I'd come home from practice every day, have to do my business homework and stuff. It was due every night. But we also have I forgot we have study hall.
You do.
Yeah, it really just depends on your I guess
academic status.
How well you are with the grades. Like some guys have it every day, 5 days a week. They have study hall and they go for an hour a day there. I don't have it at all right now, honestly. I used to have like once a day, or not once a day, once a week. Some guys most guys work probably 3 days a week. They have study hall. But it's really nice for when you need to get your work done out like midday, just to get it all out of the way.
Yeah, just crank it out.
Yeah, and
it's probably really good too for some of the guys who don't have that motivation or structure to actually get it. I sucked at having the motivation to do my homework and stuff like that, and so that's nice to kind of have that scheduled time. Because
we have this academic advisor, and he's really helpful. Every week he sends us all of our assignments, every due date they're due for the whole week to every single player.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like a little
like a personal assistant.
Yeah, he's like, you have this due tonight, this due that night. All right, thanks.
You get like that late night text, you're like, who is it? And it's like, you have another homework tomorrow, Dawson.
Yeah, last night he texted me, he's like, remember, don't forget that quiz tonight. I'm like, so he's like, that helps a lot.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah. Not for real, like last time I was watching the football game, and he texted me, he's like, don't forget your homework, your quiz due tonight. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Are you a Broncos fan?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Are you? Yeah. I'm just kidding. It's cool.
Yeah.
I respect it more than the Chiefs, so I mean, there's that. But
yeah, but they help us though, like pretty much with our academics quite a bit. So that part's not too bad, because it's you pretty much know what you have to do when you have to do it all the time. But you just really got to manage your time as well. Outside of practice and stuff. I mean, because like every day I take a nap right now.
Right.
So
do you drink coffee or not really any kind of caffeine? Or?
In the mornings I actually do. So I used to take energy drinks, but I don't think they're healthy.
They're not good for your heart.
So now I take I got these little Starbucks like cans, espresso shots. So I drink one of those in the morning. Helps me get some energy, I guess.
So the food they give you guys, like, is it like a specific diet, or is it just like carbs, stuff to kind of bulk you up?
So like Hy-Vee does our catering.
Okay, you guys are bougie.
So we get so there's food in the morning every day from 8 to 10's breakfast, and then lunch always after practice, and then dinner at 6:15 every night. And like some guys have to go to breakfast. Like the guys, they want to gain weight because it's probably like, I don't know, there's a decent amount there trying to like get some weight on them, some more muscle. So every day they have to go to breakfast like at 8 a.m. every day, regardless. Other guys, it's optional for breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, another food's mandatory besides dinner that we actually have to eat, but it's always there. We always just eat it because it's pretty good with Hy-Vee.
Right.
They switch it up.
Hits,
The breakfast is good. It's like some eggs, some biscuits, gravy, like sausage, bacon, some like waffles. It's pretty good. They had breakfast, yeah. And then the lunch is always, it just changes. Sometimes sandwiches or burgers, chicken sandwiches. They just change around. The dinner's pretty nice. Like, actually, I didn't realize the dinner was that good. Like tonight was like fettuccine alfredo and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But like they have like a really good like Chinese food at Hy-Vee. I guess.
They do. They really do. Yeah.
Like, they're bringing out all the we get like the crab rangoons and stuff. Like the egg rolls. Like so that stuff's pretty nice. So the food's really good. He also we have our strength coach. He makes also like additional like protein shakes for the guys that need to like add more calories. They'll have like 3 shakes a day extra that they have to eat. Yeah, so it's not like a strict like actual like this food. It's more just like trying to maintain weight or trying to gain weight. He gives you more protein and stuff or more calories. But 3 times a day we get the food, so that's really helpful too. Sometimes you're just too busy to go make your own food.
100%, especially when you're you have practiced that long in class and all that. So you and I talked about it a little bit before we started the podcast. So friends wise, like have you made a lot of friends in classes or outside basketball, or is it pretty much like that's your circle?
It was tougher here than it was when I was in Hawaii, I guess, because when I was a freshman there, I was in the dorms, met almost everyone on my floor when I was a freshman, and then when I came here, COVID happened. So 2020, that school year really was sort of different. Most classes were online for the first semester at least. So I didn't really meet people in my classes then. And then I guess when I came here, I transferred in too. So I don't really know much of the sports teams I knew when I was at Hawaii, because when I was a freshman there, all the freshmen pretty much had the same classes for all the sports. We all had City Hall together all the time. So I knew a lot more sports teams there. So I guess I have more friends there maybe outside of sports as well. But here, I guess I don't mind it. I guess I know a lot of people still. I met a lot of people, but I don't really have that many friends outside basketball like that I hang out with a lot. Are
you pretty tight though, like with the guys on a friend level too? Just besides being teammates.
Yeah, we hang out all the time. We're pretty much with each other from like 9, 8 a.m. till like 6:15.
Right.
Little breaks here and there, but we still hang out. Yeah. Yeah, we still hang out quite a bit outside of basketball too. There's not really like many small groups, I guess, of guys that hang out, but there's for sure is some guys, just are on their own more than others. But yeah, we have not too many friends outside of basketball, I guess, that we hang out with a lot. Some football guys here and there, some other sports, but yeah, it's tough because they're busy too. We're busy, different schedules, so it's hard to plan things. But we see them around, So.
Yeah. Is there any advice you would give to someone who maybe they are like a freshman about to play, D1 sports or something, that when it comes to time management, something like, oh, this worked for me, or what would your advice be?
I guess really just doing like for my like schoolwork. I don't think I've ever had like a late assignment in like 3 years. Like I really do all my work on time.
Okay, Dawson, yeah.
I was on the honor roll for academics from
plug it up. Let them know.
So like, I'm one of the like I guess not. I'm probably one of the better like academic students on the team. But it's really just because I do my work on time more so than I like studying a lot. Like I'm not the biggest studier. But if you just really do your work on time, I noticed a lot of the busy work, especially discussion posts, like some homework assignments, that helps a lot of your grade or just participation in class. Can sort of carry over some of your like bad test scores you might have. I'm not like the best test taker. I've got a lot better at writing though, but really just doing your stuff on time and being where you're supposed to be on time too. Like going to class helps. It's a lot easier to learn in class for like the classes that I realize than on online classes, just because you're there. You don't zone out on Zoom or whatever.
Right.
So stuff like that, just the little things that can help your grade a lot. Really, just turn your assignments in. A lot of the like small ones, they add up. Discussion posts.
Yeah.
Smaller assignments here and there. So really, I feel like those outweigh for most of the class. Some of the classes, the higher up ones, are more just like test.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's really just like the little work sort of is more important, or can help you, just stay on top of your grades. Mm-hmm. Just doing it on time and just sort of have like that list planned out what you have each week. That's what I want a lot of study groups, I guess, last semester, because my class got a lot harder. I actually went to the library for the first time last semester.
Oh, wow.
I started going a lot, though, man. Like, I had to go a lot for, like, the study groups and stuff. I actually studied a lot. So, finding people in the class, I guess, to help study. that are smarter than you.
Right. That's what I always did.
Yeah, they're smarter than me, so they'd always help me a lot. But yeah, it's hard on your own. So you make some friends in the classes and stuff like that. Because I actually made quite a bit of friends like last semester in my classes. So
that's good.
Yeah, but it helps for sure, especially when like the class is really hard. So, but yeah, time management, and you really just gotta. I don't know. Really, I get a lot of sleep
just
too.
Just be on top of your stuff
My schedule's almost pretty much the same every single day. Like it doesn't really change too much. But yeah, getting rest too. I know it helps a lot, especially with recovery and stuff like that. Like I sleep quite a bit. I feel like I probably go to bed like at 12:30, maybe 1. I guess sort of later if you say it now.
And then when you wake up,
like 8:45, 9.
Okay. Sheesh.
Yeah.
I like go to bed at 11 and wake up at 7. And if I go to bed at literally 11:02, I have to take a nap on my lunch break. It's so embarrassing.
I still take a nap like every day from like 3 to 5. Like
Okay.
That's still like quite a bit of sleep though. That's like 10 hours a day maybe.
So what is your favorite thing about basketball? Like, is there a certain element that you just love, or
like favorite part of basketball, I guess?
Yeah.
Obviously winning is pretty fun.
But the sport more so, yeah.
I like some, especially like winning some of the big games, with the big, home crowd or student body there. That's pretty fun. I mean, that's probably the favorite part, Like COVID was a little weird because there wasn't many fans of the games. Some of the games had no fans, and which wasn't as fun.
Oh, that must have been so awful.
Yeah, but favorite part of basketball is just, I guess, the competitive part of basketball. Pretty much I just play basketball every day. It's sort of like more like a job at this point, I guess. Like. So we have to do. I mean, we don't have. I mean, we have to do it, I guess. But
right.
But yeah, it's pretty time consuming. But favorite like individual part, I guess. I just like dunking. Dunking's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really made it a lot more fun, especially from like once I started dunking when I was younger. It made the game a lot more fun. Like just thought it was a lot cooler.
Yeah, I mean it is a cool thing to be able to do.
But it made it a lot more fun too. I mean, or probably like other guys like love shooting threes and stuff like that, hitting threes, but things like that in the game. I love basketball, but yeah, the competitive side. I played basketball my whole life, I always played like recess and stuff like that. So just being able to play at the higher levels and, to get our school paid for too, it makes it like, I guess, pretty cool experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the competitive part, played with my friends too. Some of my best friends are all these other teams.
Yeah.
Playing for the university you go to as well is pretty cool to represent that. So stuff like that.
So who's your favorite player of all time?
LeBron James.
Yeah. And then what's your favorite team?
Well, any level or just I could probably the different Nuggets.
Okay.
Colorado. NBA is hard because people change around so much.
Yeah.
Like, every year dudes will move teams, so it's
can't even buy a jersey.
Yeah, they move so
changes.
much. Like NFL's a little better because they're more consistent with their like contracts, I guess. But NBA moves around so much. NFL teams Broncos, I guess. So
do you like watching pro more or college?
For basketball?
Yeah.
I don't really watch.
Well, I guess basketball and football. I guess. Yeah.
I don't really watch too much basketball outside. Like
that's interesting.
I mean, I'm around it so much. I'm playing all the time, but like I don't really watch any NBA games in the regular season. At least I watch the playoff games, but it's just a lot of basketball. Then
yeah, it's like your whole life. You need a break.
Yeah, we already have to watch a bunch of film and stuff too. Especially once we get closer to games. Like every game we watch film like hours each week before. So. Playing basketball and having to watch film and playing games, like it's just
you don't want to watch it. Okay, so football.
I like watching football though. Yeah,
college or football? I mean, college or pro?
I mean, I like both. My favorite college teams are Oklahoma and I'm Colorado Springs. I'm next to Air Force.
Why is Oklahoma your favorite team?
Both my parents got their masters there.
Okay.
And and they lived there for like 10 years. So.
Have you been to an OU game or no?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I've been to an OU versus Air Force game too. So.
Nice.
Because I used to love Air Force. We used to go to all the games. We've had season tickets since I was like 3. So
that's cool.
Just like some childhood memories there. The Broncos, NFL wise. So I'll watch like those. Actually, watch a lot more football games, especially than basketball games. So yeah, but I like the NFL games probably more. I feel they're more competitive. I like
them more too. I don't really, I feel like college games are fun to go to.
Yeah, they're fun to go to for like the rivalries and stuff. But most of the college games, the top teams just blow out like most of their teams they're playing.
Yeah.
If any NFL game, like like people can like. There's upsets all the time, I guess. It's not as like favored to who's going to win as much. So I think there's better regular season matchups in NFL. So that's fun to watch too. But yeah, I like to watch football more than basketball, I guess. Because we watch so much film. Like we'll watch other people's basketball games, like, all the time just to like, see how they're playing and stuff.
Right.
So I mean, I watch quite a bit of basketball, but outside, I don't really watch. I don't watch any other like college teams when like the season. I don't really watch. That was just a huge game.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, NBA, I watch NBA playoffs, I guess. Then I watch all the Nuggets playoffs when they're in it. I'll watch LeBron's big games, but
do you play ping pong? I'm just kidding.
Ping pong.
That's my sport.
Yeah, I play ping pong. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I play ping pong. Call me up right there. I was like ping pong.
Okay, sorry, no, it wasn't like I didn't done. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, but I play football.
Sorry.
Yeah, ping pong. I play ping pong too, I guess. Yeah, I don't watch ping pong really, but
can't relate. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was like ping pong.
Yeah. So have you ever had an injury from basketball at all?
Yeah, I've actually had quite a bit of injuries.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. Like, there's a huge cut, like from right here all the way to right here. When I was like, 15, I broke my tibia in like 4 places. I just like landed weird and like it shattered the top of my tibia. So I got like 3 big screws in there. They put it back together. I couldn't walk for like 6 months. Yeah, it was pretty big. Like I missed my whole entire like sophomore year of high school basketball. I was like in a wheelchair too. I couldn't even like bend my legs, so I couldn't walk. Yeah, so that was
Did you
my
like pimp
biggest
that
injury.
wheelchair out though, like stickers, bedazzle?
I don't know. I didn't do all that, but like actually that time was pretty hard for me, like mentally, I guess, on the mental side. I was a sophomore in high school. I just transferred to a new high school actually then, and then I broke my leg. So I didn't like know that many people there either. And at the same time, like I didn't even go to class for like 3 months. Like I had this little like study room I go to, and then I just do some homework there. But like I couldn't bend my leg at all. So like I know it was like a big risk if I went crutched around and got hurt again, because like it could mess up my leg bad. So I sort of just sat and did some like online work. So I was like super bored all day. I just sat by myself. Yeah. So that was hard. Then also being out for basketball for so long, and then trying to come back. Like I thought it'd be easy to come back, But I had to like learn how to walk again. Like I have a clip of my video on my phone of me trying to like walk for the first time again, and like it looked so bad. Like it felt so hard just to walk again. So
when you were in that stage of life, and you couldn't even walk, did you think to yourself like, will I ever be able to play basketball again? Like, what if I can't? Were those thoughts ever coming to your mind?
Oh no, yeah, for sure. Because like the surgery, like I had to go to like a trauma center in Denver, and they had to fly. This doctor flew in from like Utah. He was like the trauma like head surgeon of like the West Coast. It was like a big surgery.
Dawson, he's like Grey's Anatomy aired it season 4 episode 1. Like
I watched Grey's Anatomy actually.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like a big surgery. Like they're like the risk, like there's a big risk here. Like my main doctor, my main like orthopedic surgeon, he's like, yeah, I can't do the surgery. Like I don't know how.
So what was the risk? Like you would never be able to walk again?
Not walking, just like having like the function, the functionality of my like knee, I guess, in the same way it was supposed to be. But yeah, like so my knee right here, like it broke off right here, and my patellar tendon, like this tendon right here, that's how you like bend your leg, and it like broke off, and it was like all the way up here, and I was like laying on the ground, like it didn't really hurt that bad for how much that was like I messed up. Like I tried to like move my leg, and I couldn't like move it at all, because like this, like you like move your quad, and like that pulls this right here to like move your leg up, and just nothing happened. I was like, what the like?
Yeah.
But so there was like a big. It's a very uncommon injury, I guess. So there's always that risk, like I couldn't be back to that full, like basketball playing condition. The healing process took forever. Like just the first time I was able to bend my leg again, it was so painful. Just like bend it like this much, like it was bad. So
was there anyone in your life at that time that was like, Dawson, like you're gonna be okay, like it's gonna turn around? Like how did you find that motivation to? I mean, because that is tough to have to relearn how to walk. Like if I literally like am sick for 4 days, I think that the world is ending.
Yeah.
So how did you even like any mentors or anyone who was kind of speaking that hope and confidence into you?
Pretty much, I guess my mom and my dad really. That's where I was with the most. My brother was he was little then, so I didn't really talk to him that much about that. He was like third grade, so he was just really messing around. He really had nothing deep to say to me. But my brothers, my parents, I guess. But it was hard because like I couldn't really like do anything with my friends either. Like that time period, I was 15. None of us had cars, and I really couldn't go anywhere. Like just I couldn't really crutch around too well. So for like 3 months, I didn't really hang out with anybody for like 3 months. I just go to like school, hang out with myself at school, and then go home. And it was sort of depressing at times, just being that way. But it took a while for me to get back on my feet. Like probably till like August, all the way from like, so it happened in September, probably not till like August. Of the next year, I was back to like this similar playing level, I guess, or running and jumping level. It took a while, longer than I thought it would, but.
Was your coach in high school kind of like nervous to play you a little bit? Like, did you get as much playing time when you first kind of hopped back in?
So I got cleared like I actually got cleared earlier, like in the spring, to like play again, but like I think tried to come back too soon or whatever. Like I just wasn't, like my strength wasn't there. I don't know. I tried to rush it, and then I had to step back for another couple months. Realize I wasn't ready yet. But it was hard because you wanted to play basketball so bad and stuff like that. Like you realize how much you miss it, so you can't really play it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I learned a lot for that time period. Just patience and stuff like that. So I thought it was a good experience too. I mean, you don't want to really get hurt ever, but I think I've probably had like 7 surgeries maybe. I don't know. I've had a lot.
Sheesh. The next one's free. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But I've been pretty healthy since, I mean, not really, I guess, but from when I was 15 till 2020, so from 15 when I was 20 years old, I guess, I was healthy, I didn't have any problems like in sports or playing, so that was good. And then when I got here in October, 2 years ago now almost, I broke my ankle, my left ankle, I guess, so I had to get surgery on that. I missed the whole season for that too.
Dang.
So that sucked. Right as I got here, I was excited, new school and stuff like that. Broke my ankle and missed the whole season. So that sucked too. But I learned a lot then. It was a little easier to get through that, I guess, because my first injury when I was younger
prepared you a little bit for that.
I was like, one of my teammates got hurt too, and I think he had a worse experience, trying to like get through it as well. He's never been hurt before in his life, really. He said. He missed the whole season too. He was struggling a little more mentally, I guess, than I was at the time because I was used to it. So
when you had gotten your foot injured, you still had the mentality where you were like, okay, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to bounce back and I'm going to play. Like, is that what was going through your head at the time?
Yeah, because I knew it was like it wasn't as bad as my knee injury was. I was like, I gotta get a screw. I had to get like some cartilage cut out.
So you got all kinds of metal up in there.
Yeah, so I had to get a screw, some cartilage cut out. So I knew what the process was going to be like. I was used to surgery before, so I wasn't like scared about that. And then I just knew how long it would take to get back. So it probably took like 6 months, to get back. So, but my mindset was way better. I wasn't as like negative. I didn't have any like negative thoughts, I guess, about it. So yeah, I thought that helped a lot, and that'll probably help later in life too with these like setbacks I've had. I've had multiple setbacks. And it has always been like smooth sailing, especially when I was younger.
Basketball has?
Yeah, I mean it hasn't. So.
Oh, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. Yeah, much injuries here and there. It's been got cut from teams when I was younger. When I was like in middle school, I think like 6th grade, I got cut from a team, or I didn't make the team. It was like a top level team. I tried out for and I didn't make it. And I guess I was like 11 or 12, so it wasn't like super serious, but I was surprised. It sort of hit me, but just taking experiences like that in basketball and injuries, I feel like that helps a lot later in life through business or my future jobs. I try to have a family, so I feel like there's a lot of like you can like learn through sports, just
100%.
With just daily things outside of sports. So
it's so wild to me how pain in all different kinds of ways, like emotional, physical, all these things, like you learn so much from that, and then you're so right how it can affect everything. And then also like good things can come out of painful situations, and a lot of times people can relate. And then at least in your situation too, like that guy who was going through it, you were someone who did go through something like that and could be like, hey, look, this is what helped me, you're not alone, you got this. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Yeah, but it was for sure hard, especially when I was 15. That's a hard time in like high school, I guess. It was a new school. Weird. Everyone's sort of like in their weird years, I guess, there, and trying to figure themselves out, make friends and stuff like that. So it was hard not being able to hang out with my friends or meet anybody. And then I was like ranked pretty high in the state of Colorado coming up my freshman year, and then I transferred schools, and then I had the injury. I sort of just like fell off the map because like I didn't play the whole year, missed everything. So I had to work my way back up and stuff. So it was a big setback, really. But did you bounce back, and then scouts were still looking at you and stuff like that?
Yeah, it took a while. It took I probably wasn't like starting to like do well again until the following year, like midway through the season. But eventually it came back. But it was a big setback, and it's like a lot to go through when you're like younger, I guess. But I feel like that helped a lot. My injury 2 years ago, And then I feel like it's gonna help my experience later in life too, with with being like a business or a job or a relationship. It's just things aren't always easy. So people might think like, oh, I see all these basketball players out there, just just like, oh, they've always been good their whole life, or they have all this stuff and this and that. But like a lot of my teammates too, like they've had to work very hard, or they have a lot of injuries too that people don't ever see really, so
yeah. Especially in that waiting period too. I feel like that's just got to be the hardest when you want to go out there so badly and just ball out, and then you have to like like
I don't realize how much I'd like give up, because everyone hates like running in practice, but when you're hurt and you're sitting there, like you see the people running, you're like, oh, I wish I could just run sprints. I'd rather run sprints right now than be hurt. Like, I don't even care if I'm gonna die from these sprints. So I'd rather just run sprints than be sitting here hurt. So like things like that, you take them for granted, when you're healthy. But I've learned not take things for granted as much, especially when I'm healthy, or have something good happens. There's you never know what's gonna happen next. Both injuries just came out of nowhere. 2 major ones, unexpected. And like it was just like random. So you never know when things are gonna happen bad in life. So I think it sort of helped a lot. Like good learning experience, I guess, for me.
Yeah,
so
that's good. So how do the Bears look this season?
I think we should be pretty good. I mean, we have a bunch of new guys. We lost a lot of players last year. Graduated, some transferred and stuff like that. So have a bunch of new transfers. They're pretty athletic, tall, long. But yeah, I think we're a pretty good team. A lot of depth, and working pretty hard the whole summer. Like we were here all June and July, practicing 5 days a week, 6 days a week. So yeah, we've been practicing since June 6th, and now it's October, almost 6th. So we've been going pretty long. Yeah.
So you guys are ready. You're like ready to rock.
Yeah, we're getting ready to play. We want to play someone else beside each other. So got about another 25 days. So our first actual scrimmage, I guess. Then we have.
It's exciting.
Yeah, so it's coming pretty soon. Yeah.
Who do you guys play?
Our first scrimmage, I think we have a scrimmage October 26th, maybe. I forget who it's first. Then we have an exhibition game. After that, then we got the first real game. So I think that's November 4th, maybe.
Nice.
It's almost a month.
Show up.
Something around there.
Come on, Springfield, show up.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot behind the scenes. You don't see all that stuff in June, July, August.
Yeah.
You really just see the actual games and stuff like that. So there's a lot that goes into it. Pretty much the whole summer we're just all here. So
yeah. So this is kind of a weird, interesting question, but I guess as a fan, as a friend, if you're someone who is friends or knows, a basketball player who's D1 or whatever, how can they better support you? You know what I'm saying? What is something that would be helpful, or?
I guess just you may probably don't even know what they're going through. I guess outside or in sports, really, especially in practice. Preliminary practices, they're very intense, very hard, competitive and stuff. Or even, there's always some things that having a good practice make you in a good mood for the rest of the day. Having a bad practice, we're gonna put you in a bad mood for the rest of the day. And people might always know how that was, or what happened in practice, or what happened in the game. So people might be upset. Someone might be upset. They don't really know why they're upset, or it might be. It's hard to really tell, but I don't really know things that.
Yeah.
I guess it's
pretty.
It's great having someone
to
talk to though, outside of sports. Outside of your team, talking to someone else about the game or practice or whatever. I like doing that because you can say more things, I guess, whatever you want to say, really. Someone to talk to.
Yeah, and probably honestly to, be cautious of what you're just commenting on social media, because, these aren't just players, they're people. And some of the guys probably do take a lot of that stuff to heart, even though you're not supposed to,
Yeah. Some of my other teammates have taken it more to heart than I guess I have, some of the comments I've seen before. And I see some things about the NBA players were saying, too, they're we don't go out, our way and send hate comments about your job, your daily job you do every day.
Yeah.
We're not just trashing on Twitter for your job you do every day.
It's so personal too. It's not even about the sport half the time. They just come at the person.
Yeah, their looks, their family, this and that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy how much social media has changed. I guess probably that in a worse way than it was back in the 90s and stuff. Was
for
early
sure.
2000s, but.
Yeah. So I have to ask, because obviously I'm an invasive person, and this is my podcast. Yeah. So relationship status, where are you at? Are there even a lot of dudes on the team who can even maintain good relationships while being so busy and having school and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm single, but I think
He's like, not sure.
no, I am. Yeah. But I think there's like maybe 5 or 6 guys seem to have girlfriends out of 17 of us. So I mean, it's not like a horrible like ratio, I guess.
Right.
But, some guys there's like 3 guys that are local. I think 2 of them have girlfriends. Most people that have girlfriends are like they're more like long distance relationships, I guess. I think almost all of them are actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say. So, what do you think of like the demographic of women in Springfield compared to Colorado or Hawaii?
I guess more similar to Colorado, but Hawaii is it's so much different than Hawaii. Like Hawaii in general is just it feels so much different than the other state I've been to. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not too focused, I guess, on it as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess most of the relationships from the guys on my team are outside of Springfield, I guess, or where they came from, either like high school wise, where they came from like high school, or they came from the other previous college or their hometown. But yeah, it's really, I don't know. It's busy. It's hard to find someone new, I guess. But some guys have girlfriends. That's not like it's impossible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
I always like to ask that question because it's just depending on the guest, it's always like an interesting answer. So what are some things you like to do besides basketball? Like what are some hobbies or passions you have?
Playing video games, I guess. We all play video games. Pretty much everyone on the team plays video games.
So what do you play? Like what do you
I play, I guess, like more shooting games, like or racing games. Most of the guys play like NBA 2K.
That's what I was gonna say, but if you don't like watching basketball after
like they
practice,
love it.
you probably don't want to play a video game about basketball.
Like, I bet they're playing right now for like they all play together. I guess most of the guys play that or Madden, but
right.
I'm not good at it, so I don't like playing games I'm not good at, and I don't feel like trying to play them. Yeah, like some of them are pretty good. Like they play all the time. Because I mean, pretty much every day after like 2:30, 3 p.m. We just have dinner each night, and then after that, decide whatever you want to do after like 6:15. So yeah. We have a decent amount of free time, honestly. It's just like I guess once season starts, that sort of goes away more, especially traveling. But once we get our classes and practice out the way in the mornings or afternoons, but just the rest of the day is pretty much all yours. And I mean, I actually sort of have quite a bit of free time sometimes. I just get bored, but like sometimes I just sleep or do whatever, play video games. But yeah, it's not like we're like 8 to 8 p.m. just straight busy. Right. Yeah, so. It's not too bad of a schedule. I like it better than sometimes when I was a freshman at Hawaii or sophomore, we'd have our classes set in the morning times, and then we practice from 3 to 6 p.m. every night. So that was a little worse schedule because we get done like at 6:30, be tired, have to do homework, then go to bed. But like right now, it's like we're done by like 2 to 3. Have the rest of the day off besides dinner time. So
if you had like on a Saturday, what are you doing? Like how does Dawson chill? Like what? Like for me, I like to like hammock or penny board, ping pong, catch me out there,
So Saturdays we practice in the morning early on Saturdays right now, but the rest of the day we're done, and then Sundays pretty much are always off. But I don't know. By that point, at the end of the week, I'm just like dead tired.
You just want to chill.
Especially now, yeah. But like some of the guys on the team, we play golf together. Play golf. We used to play paintball together. But yeah, now we're just like our bodies are just dead.
Right. That's cool. Those are kind of like physical stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes we go to the movies or something like that, or everyone just hangs out. Sometimes we go to the pool, Bear Village, maybe. We go to football games, I guess, too.
That's cool. Kind of like support other
we went to teams. Yeah, the MSU games. We went to the MSU Arkansas game too a couple weekends ago. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
And Sunday, everyone just pretty much just hangs out, watches sports or. Just
football,
just chills really.
So what are your thoughts? This is kind of a controversial opinion, but so what are your thoughts on like athletes getting paid? Do you have a opinion on that, or even getting a percentage of like if they have merch like specifically for them?
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like there's like some loopholes to it. But I feel like it's at the same time like some of the universities they're making so much money off just the athletes and stuff. And I mean, like there's like the full ride scholarships, you got like the tuition and housing and the stipends and stuff, which is really nice, and the food. But like a lot of the coaches they're getting paid a lot, Mm-hmm. And some of the big universities are bringing so much money. Like the players are bringing some of the star players are bringing so much money. Like before you can have any brand deals, any merchandise, anything. off your. But now it's like your name, image, and likeness really is what it's called. But you can't really get paid like by the university. It's more just off your own brand image, or like some sponsorship deals or partnerships.
So you're saying kind of like, so if MSU was to sell like a shirt or something with your name on it, they get everything. But
they can't. They can't put our names.
They can't put your name on it
on their shirts.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like if Adidas was like, "Yo, we want to do a brand deal with you," then that's just like the same thing as any other like influencer type of thing.
We just can't use MSU stuff then. Like if we sell like a jersey or T-shirt, have any MSU logo or name on it.
Interesting.
Yeah, they can't use our name really. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, you can do that. You can some merchandise. You can like partnership with like a restaurant or fast food, something like that, or a company. Do like a promotion or something like that. So there's a bunch of things you can do. Do
you have any partnersps right now or anything? Or
I guess I have one like Liquid IV.
Okay, I love Liquid IV.
Yeah, me too. I love it. Yeah.
Like I don't like the taste at all, but like wow.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good stuff. Let's see what else I have. I'm in this like NIL like company thing, like they try to get other like players in the NIL as well. So I'm in that, but nothing like too crazy. Like so we see some of these like top like football prospects in the country like making like millions and stuff
right
off it.
It's a lot of work too though, you know.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, I mean we're not like a crazy like huge top school, but yeah, I'm trying to get some more things going on. I mean just sometimes you like the player has to reach out, you know, to companies. I mean it's still very new. A lot of people don't even know about it, or businesses don't even know about it, because it just got made like last year. But I think it's a good start. It sort of made some of the like the top schools though like more like just pay to win, because they like Texas A&M had like the top recruiting class for football in the whole country last year, like all the highest amount of rated recruits, and like they were like they said the average recruit's making like $800,000 of NIL stuff. Just
that's so nuts.
Because like there's like boosters and stuff, you know, and like they have like the companies and some big companies or businesses. And they can do an NIL deal or partnership with the player for this amount of money for doing this. So I mean, while they're top recruit, like people are transferring out to these top schools, just to try to get as much NIL money as they can, which is like, I mean, it's smart, try to make as much as you can. But some like the lower level schools, or just like the medium ones, they can't like compete as much with the top ones with how much money they can get the players NIL. So it makes the balance of talent.
What does NIL stand for?
Name, image, and likeness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can make money off your name itself, like your image, your brand image, or just how how like you're on social media or something like that. So through ads or deals. So that's what it's called, NIL.
I wasn't paying attention 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Said it.
But yeah, while like the top people at this level are going up to the highest level they can, like the the top schools in the country, like Kentucky or like Alabama, stuff like that. That they know they can make more money off deals there. They're making like hundreds of thousands of dollars just off deals. So it makes it sort of hard for like the other schools to compete with those top like 10 schools in the country, especially like for football. Football, it's even, I feel like it's even harder than the basketball, just because how much money goes into college football. So
yeah, for sure.
So it's made like the competition, I guess, harder, I guess, for the not top 15 schools in the country. But I think it's good for the players with how much money, like you can see how much money they could have been bringing in beforehand. Yeah. Just off these deals, how big of like how useful they are to the university, just bringing in money for playing. So I think it's a good start. But there's some like I guess loopholes with like the partnerships. You can have like a NIL deal for like some top guys for X amount of money, and all you have to do is just release post them on social media. Yeah. Like, oh, that's worth like $500,000. Like, or it's actually not really like a partnership. It's more just like do this and they give you the money. Yeah. So there's some like things there that are. That's
pretty cool, honestly. Yeah,
it's cool. I mean, it's sort of like how the NFL and NBA and other pro sports works with brand deals, contracts, advertisements. But there's no like contracts for the university to pay players like that. So. Gotcha. Yeah, you have to do pretty much all on your own. So. Gotcha.
So before we get into my last question, I just have two little things left. Mm-hmm. One, is there anything you would have done differently? High school or transfers or any your entire experience that we've talked about today. Like, is there anything you would have done different?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I guess like I'm not like a big person like trying to dwell on the past. I guess
Yeah, I totally am. I'm just. Yeah. I mean, I'm always thinking about like why. I don't know.
Like I think about it like why I go here, why I do this. But I really like my decision I made, like transferring to Missouri State, especially. I still feel like I would have gone to Hawaii even if I had, other knowledge at the time. I mean, I was 18, or I was 17 when I committed. My birthday's late for so I was 17 my whole entire year of high school. I went there. I thought it was really cool. I was trying to get away from my hometown at the time.
We all do.
Yeah. So I went pretty far away, all the way across the ocean. But yeah, after a while, I sort of missed my family. My first year I was pretty fine, really, because I've been in Colorado my whole life, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But my sophomore year, I started realizing I wanted to see my family and stuff more, especially in those hard times, like when you might be struggling here in basketball or don't want to talk to as much. You can't even see your family because I was so far away. But here now, I go home a lot more. My parents come more to the games. I'm able to see them more and stuff, or my friends too. So I like that part of moving here. And yeah, I don't really think I've changed too many things. Maybe just having more of a positive outlook, I guess, especially in basketball and off the court things when I was struggling. I used to get in my head a lot, like my confidence was really low when I was a freshman, sophomore, maybe playing basketball, because it was a big change from high school to college, and they weren't as easy as things used to be. So maybe just I would have had a better mindset, probably would have helped me playing and outside the court more at the time. Right now, I'm pretty good at keeping myself like positive or having a higher confidence level, or just dealing with situations better. But I guess it was like the time I had no experience with some of those issues I've been going through. But I don't think I really would change anything. But
yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, honestly, that's good stuff. So my last question before I do my every episode type of thing, is there any advice or things you would give to encourage someone who maybe they are going through an injury right now, maybe they just signed to play D1 on a certain team, is there anything mental health related that helped you, or anything like that you can kind of just encourage someone younger or whatever?
I guess with the injuries, there's gonna be like some dark times for sure, some like depressing thoughts and stuff like that. But there's always, like our coach tells us, there's always someone else worse out there than you are. You should be grateful for your situation, no matter what it is, or how things are going, how you're playing, how the game's going. If you're injured, there's always someone that wants to be in your position. Really, like he tells us, you play basketball for fun or for school, or even if you're hurt. I mean, there's just someone that wants to be in your position, or you gotta be grateful for what you have, especially comparing yourself to anywhere in the world. I mean, we have it pretty good here in the United States, for other places. So having like a broken leg, I guess, isn't the worst thing that could be happening to me at the time. And once I realized that, I sort of had more of a positive mindset.
Like change the perspective of it. Yeah.
Like, there's way worse things that could be happening to me right now than just having a broken leg, not being able to walk for 3 months or 6 months, that time period. So just having that more open-minded outlook on things, especially when you're injured, and just trying to stay positive, and then just not trying to rush back into things, I guess. You don't want to rush back and hurt yourself again, or have too high expectations coming back soon. But I say that for injuries. And then for sports, I mean, honestly, like any level, college sports is really hard to get to. Not just like D1. Like I think it's like 3%, 4% play any college sports out of high school. So all the levels are very similar how much they work, practice hours, weights hours. So almost any of those levels are very hard to get to, and all the athletes are really good and stuff like that. But wherever you go, I guess you're right. It's not gonna be a lot harder than it was in high school, at any level. So it's really good to just, I guess, earn respect early from the older guys and the coaches, and then sort of just like, I guess, fill your role, whatever sport you're in. Just sort of just not trying to show off too much, or I guess you want to be like friendly, I guess, to the other teammates. You don't want to be like, oh, this guy's cocky,
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to come in as a freshman and think you're gonna be the top guy, because you hit those first practices or first games and realize it's a lot different level, whatever level of sport you're playing at. So you really got to be more, I guess, open to criticism, I guess, or support.
That's good.
Learning things instead of just thinking the way. Like everyone in college sports was a top guy or top girl at their school and their high school sport, really. So but it's not the same way in college. So I'm one of the top players, one of the professionals. So, you have to change your sort of outlook on, I'm not one of the top dog or top player on my team.
Still be like humble about it.
Yeah. So it's really humbling to go from high school sports to college sports, and you should like prepare yourself for that. It's gonna be a lot harder, a lot more demanding on your body, and just the first couple freshman practices, like you're like, wow, like I'm not as good as I thought I was, or this is a lot harder than I thought. But once you get used to that, and once you learn from the older experienced guys or your coaches, makes things a lot easier. So I guess I would say that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So as we're closing, Dawson, fave song, fave quote, and what do you want your legacy to be?
Favorite song, I guess would be "In Paris" by Kanye West and Jay-Z. Favorite quote, I guess just do it.
we talked about it because Dawson doesn't really. I'm just like the annoying person who has like a quote of the week. Like he just not really a quote guy.
I've heard thousands of quotes about it. There's a bunch of basketball ones, sports ones, movies and stuff.
I told him to say just do it.
I don't have any quotes on my phone, or I don't have any quotes on my
that's okay
anywhere, that I live by. I don't want to but
right. So legacy, like when you're gone, what do you want people to remember you as or by?
Probably by more outside than just basketball or sports. I'd rather be someone that's known, by their character or personality or how they treated others, rather than just basketball. Because basketball's going to be part of my life for so long until I'm eventually done playing or done being around it. So there's a lot more to life than just sports. I guess with friendships, I want to be known by my integrity, caring, my character, and my support for others. So. Yeah. More so that than just he played basketball.
Yeah.
So I played basketball with him and stuff like that. So
yeah, Dawson, that's awesome. That's good. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah.
That's fancy.
Yeah, I know. I just did that when I get excited. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Yep. I really do appreciate it. And if you're in the Springfield area, or if you're not, come and travel and watch Dawson play at MSU. And for my listeners, again, we still have podcasts marked on my website. I also did just put a down payment down on the space for my 1-year podcast party. Super excited. But yeah, fall is here. Weather's getting colder. Keep on doing things that are best for you. And just like Dawson, in his hard times, like you're going to be okay. Take it out of perspective. And, there's other people going things too. And just really, honestly, just be kind to yourself and be kind to other people. So, okay. Well, love you guys. Bye.